Hello, this is Sean Matthews for Elementary Algorithms and Data Structure class for MCC. I'm going to explain week 2 on what I did with this week. This week we were supposed to generate an array with random values, int values, that range between 0 and 1,000,000. And then we were to factor out those numbers. We're supposed to factor those of those items by 3, and those that would result in factoring out completely would then be stored in a separate array after that. This here took a while for me to work on. When I initially created this whole system, I used more of a multiplication division thing, not thinking that this, of course, was not utilizing the add and subtract looping capabilities. So after some time when working on things, I was going down the right direction. I got some help from a fellow student just to kind of hammer out the little bugs that I was running into, just to see what was going on, which I had probably 80% there, and then the developer, or the other person, helped me out kind of undoing the screw-ups that were in there to weed out the problems. And once that was completed, I was able to create my loops, or my arrays that I needed, and also included the timer. In week 1, we created a timer program, which I have right here. I was trying to figure out a way of calling this timer program, and regrettably just have not been able to figure that part out, so I'm pretty sure I'm missing some things that are going on there. You can see my original timer versus me just messing around, seeing if I can figure out a way to break things up so I can call them in my actual generator that I want, my actual program that I want to run it in. So regrettably, I did kind of hack my timer and put it right into the same program here. I also added a sorting to sort my array at the beginning after it creates all the numbers that it wants, to sort it from smallest to largest. And then the second array at the very end will keep that sorted method, because that's how it's going to pick it up when it picks up each individual integer. So now if I go ahead and just reset everything here, and oops, there we go. So with this program here that I have right now, I have my name, what it's doing, random generator, and factors of 3, written by me. I have today's date, and a synopsis as to what this program is doing. I'm importing the time and random libraries. Time, so that way there I can get the start and end times and then do the math to figure out how long it took for the program to run. The random library, so that way there I can do the random values for my array. So if I go ahead and play this here, you'll see that it actually generated my random integer arrays with the following 10 values right here, because I set my array to 10 currently. I then, with this loop down here, grabbed each item, each integer, I guess you could say, in the array, the list array that exists in Python, and tried to factor it by 3s, subtracting 3 out of them until they ended up with zeros, and if it became a 0, it would output that number, that original int value, into a separate array. There you can see that I have 3 out of these initial 10. I do see a mistake here that I ended up undoing earlier, that I've messed up, that the prefix is my output, what text is going to be. Right down here, so I'll have to fix this part right here afterwards before I upload this. I also included the ability of telling you the length of each array. So the random int array has 10, and then after it figures out the factored values, I have it telling me how many are in the factored array of 3. I also set the time here in seconds. I originally had it set as just a regular int values, but quite often it would come up just with 0 seconds. So I set it as a float going back 8 digits. So here I set it as a float value instead of an int value when I do the subtractions. And then I'm rounding it only to 8 decimals. Otherwise, it's like 16 or 32 decimals after with using a float. I just reduced it to make it smaller. And then you can see the value of how long it took for this program to run. And that is it. And I will get this here uploaded tonight. Thank you. Bye-bye.